We don't have to walk all that way with the That's what I see. I've lost the steeple.
Hello, up on onwards here. Now, because of certain complication earlier in the week, I had to refilm this, which is great. But well, it is what it is. Now, a week or so ago, I commented on what was it? Both the Model Railway YouTube community group and the Model Rail Network Facebook pages that I would be doing a Q&A and asked if they had any questions to ask. Oddly enough, I got a total of 5. Great. You know, baby steps. Now, before we start off with the answering of the questions, just want to point out something that I was actually given the other day, which I'm actually quite happy about. Because a little runt who deleted the original video also gave me this. And it's actually a picture of one of my favourite New Zealand locomotives. The AB class Pacific. Specifically, what is it, 778? Yep. Which is one of the 2 AB steam locomotives up in Kingston, New Zealand that hauled the Kingston Flyer train. Which has seen better days, sadly. I'll probably add a picture right there. Yeah. Has seen better days. Anyhow, also, just want to point out, because there was one question that popped up which I thought was highly irrelevant and downright insulting. Some silly devil thought it would be funny to ask me what's better sauce, brown sauce or tomato. Really, man? Really? You cheeky prat. Anyhow, before we get on with the Q&A, just want to do a bit of an update real quick, because been meaning to do one for a while. Oh boy. And since I haven't been doing any running session videos in a while as well, gotta do something to break the monotony. Well, the update video is this. Basically, gonna be between now and June, hopefully. I will have extended the baseboards of the layout. This way by about 2 inches, that way by about 5, and that way by about 4 inches. Now, seems a bit menial, well, minimal at best, only extending it that small amount. But in order for this section of line right here to become a full loop, has to be done. Now, getting the timber and all that shouldn't be too hard. It's just a matter of affording it, which is going to be a bit tricky. Also, going to be finally putting some paint on the side of the board here. So, what you've seen in previous videos, how it says upward and onwards in, well, paint, is going to be gone. And hopefully, either better letterings put on it, or I end up getting my logo, the layout's name / my logo, laser printed or laser cut, and I just stick it on the side. Who knows? Which Good. Sorry about that. Bloke driving past in it with a trailer. Can never win on a good day. And yeah, for a change, instead of the window being at my back, it's the TV, which it's just showing videos from the eastern region. All right. Kind of ironic considering I got LMS stuck on the layout. Oh well. Also, another bit of an update. Trying to finally getting work done on my micro layout. Trying to, at least scenery wise. Now, I've just got to get the polystyrene as well as some other scenery building materials to get to work on it. I have an idea in mind, it's just trying to execute it that's the hard bit. But I've been seeing a few videos online, namely that lovely 15 episode long Model Village, what was it, Model Rail TV, Model Village TV, something like that, where they build a 400 square foot layout at the Bluebell, which I find immensely impressive because a 400 square foot layout with working canals, narrow gauge, a tin mine, mainline, branch lines, tramway, all that, as well as some real beautiful added detail. It's breathtaking if you ignore the hijinks of the host. Alright, time to get on with the questions. Now, I actually had to write double side on this because, well, some people don't like having their names said, and, well, got to do a shout outs now and then, eh? Okay, now let's see, from least hard to answer to one that's a right brute. Okay, oh, here we go. Derek Scott of Derek's Corner asks, what got me into the hobby in the first place? So much for the easy ones. That is a good question. That is a dang good question. Well, what got me in the hobby in the first place was I just love trains. And might have been the fact that I used to really enjoy watching Thomas when I was a really young fella. But then I really just got to really enjoy the locomotives because they have character. And, well, being a former engineering student, I just love the engineering in it. It's so beautifully designed and built. Even something as crude as a pug is beautifully made. Alright, what's next? Oh, here we go. Carl of Exeter Central asks, what inspires me to model the area/era I do? Okay, now that's a good one, and I wish I had the book I used to get the track plan around me. Might have to take a quick break in this. Okay, I got one of two things that, like before, I left the other one behind the camera. There we go. Now, let's see, one of two things that got me to model the area/era I'm doing. Well, era, I'm doing preservation era, so to speak. That means with modeler's license, I can run anything I want. From something as small as a packet to a 9F, I can run it. Don't give a dang what region it is, as long as it looks good. But as for the area, I got a rough idea on the track plan I have now. from weirdly this 4th edition of the HO00 track plan of set track by Pika. Now I just gotta remember what page it was because I haven't had this book out in so long. I actually had to wipe dust off it. I'm not kidding. That's what I find so funny about it. Okay. First of all, might as well dwell into a bit of history here of the layout's ever-changing track plan until we got to this point. If I could find it. Okay. At first it started out. I have to get close up to the camera, boy. At first it started out as this plan, then it progressed into something like this. And then, oh boy, did the penny drop on me. Because I found out, no, that's not going to work. So, after gaining some more points and admittedly getting a bit cocky with my lousy skill set at the time, I tried this so-called seasonal circuit idea. Now, in theory, it was a good idea. It was a good idea. It's just, and the funny fact is, the board size I have would have worked perfectly. Because this is 4x8, and the track plan specifically asks for a 4x8 board. Oh man, did it backfire in my face. It was nowhere close to being as good as that. And then finally, weirdly enough, because this was well before Model Rail came up with the ready to run version, by the way, I decided on this, up well and running. I can have a lot of detail in the center, very little on the outside, and yeah, just have fun with it. Now, originally this idea is made for a 6x4 foot board, which I got an extra 2 feet on, thank goodness for that, because I could use the space. But since I'm going to make the boards bigger, yeah, should be fun. Now, I actually did modify the track plan a bit, in the sense there's no passing loop here, there's somewhat one on that end of the board, but I kept the siding ideas, kept the sidings here, double. Whoops, bad idea to leave a hunk of track rail near a bit of rolling stock. Wow, nothing's broken. Okay, that's a blooper that's staying in because nothing went wrong. Okay, wow. Now, originally, I was, ironically, because whenever you think of Up and Onwards or a J70 tram, people click and go, oh yeah, Toby. Ironically, I was actually trying to get my hands on a Hornby Toby, to be specific, because apparently you can convert, because you don't have to muck with the mech or anything. All you have to do is just change the body over, remove the face, remove some of the lousy detail, add some plastic hard pieces, and a few transfers, of course, and a bit of weathering, and bing bang boom, you got yourself a J70 tram. Yeah, that was the idea at first, but when I couldn't find any Hornby Tobys for sale and saw this kit by Silver Fox Models, I just thought, yeah, okay, why not? And I also got in touch with another group called North Yard Models, or South Dock Models, basically one and the same really, that made me this lovely, lovely mech. Even got a brass flywheel in here somewhere. Still trying to figure out how the heck I'm going to fit that on. Because for weight distribution wise, I got to fit the brass here on this side. Because at the moment, it's all the weight of the motor is just making it want to kick up the wheels whenever it moves. and that's a pain in the backside. I hope that answered your question as best I could. Okay, here we go. Long-time subscriber to my channel, and as am I to his, before he went to DCC, I should add, Richard of New Junction. Hey mate, what's my favourite part to modelling? I hope you mean what's my favourite part about modelling, because, anyhow, I think for me it's the track work. I just really enjoy it. I find it somewhat therapeutic trying to figure out that geometric puzzle of rail and sleeper. And if need be, I have to modify some set track pieces, but I am getting around to replacing a lot of set track sections with flexi track, which does look a lot smoother, runs a lot smoother, and really minimizes the possibility of derailments on the layout. Because I don't want something that just goes straight into a curve. I want something flowing. It looks natural, looks beautiful, and yeah, if it minimizes derailments, I'm all for it. I hope that's answered your question, Richard. Okay, this is a bit of irony since I mentioned, Thomas the Tank Engine. I can't believe this. Thomas of St. Peter's asks, what's my favourite part about the hobby? Well, apart from the trout work, I guess it's, the history and facts about the locomotives I get. And as well as the beautiful liveries, the lining, the designs. They all just have their own characteristics. Not to mention some of the rolling stock I get. I just love how they look, how smooth they can roll once you have them rolling after a certain amount of time. Because I'm not going to lie when I say this, but a while ago I got myself some new coach stock by Hornby. Well, the Hawksworth coaches. And man, did I have to have them running around for a bit before they ran nice and smooth. Because for some reason the drawbar gets caught up on itself, causing derailments and that just really got on my nerves. Really did. And is that autofocus acting up again? Yes, it is. Rat bag. I'm gonna fix that. There we go. That's the autofocus taken care of. Hopefully. Okay, now, who else? Alex Hill, who has yet to name his layout, if I recall the post, right? And for the record, Cheshire Lane does actually roll off the tongue pretty nicely. A lot better than Chester Road. But layout names aside, he asks, blimey mate, you really go for the jugular with this one. Oh man. What is my favourite loco? You son of a gun. That's probably the one question any YouTube modeler always tries to avoid. Because it's always so hard, especially when you have, well, I think I'm in the 40s with my logos. Somewhere between 30 and 40. So, somewhere between early 30s, low 30s, high 40s in my locomotives. So, I got quite a few. Okay, actually, might do a top 5 best and worst logos. Sorry Sam of Sam's Trains if I'm nicking your idea. but that will be done in the future, not now. But yeah, as for fave loco, well, I'd have to say one of my worst first, that way I can actually have something to compare it with. For one of my worst, what's sitting right next to me? My Bachmann LMS Crab. It's a big loco, it's got a fair bit of weight in it, but it can't pull for the life of it. I mean, I got an older hull design that can pull more than this silly thing. 3 coaches, it struggles. It is a sad and pathetic, but it can't climb hills. Okay, that's the bad. Now for the good. My favorite locomotive. Wow. I would have to say it's a coin toss between 2 locomotives. The first one being, of course, the Hornby Peckett. One of only a few class of locomotives I ever bought more than 1 loco of. The other 2 classes being the DJ Models 02 tanks, as well as the Hornby LMS Pugs. Apart from that, and the hulls. I don't know if modified hulls count. I think they're a different class of their own now I think of it. But yeah, babbling aside, the other locomotive that's in level running to be my favorite locomotive is, of course, the Bachmann 9F, which, and I might get a bit of hate for saying this, I think is a far superior model to the Hornby 9F. I mean, I know of the Hornby ones you can get the crusty boiler, which does look interesting, but with the Bachmann 9F, the power gets transferred to two of the driving axles, not just one axle like most conventional models like these two. The power only gets directed to one axle, then it's transferred through the rods. Now, with the Bachmann 9F, it gets transferred to 2 wheel sets. So that's to 2 wheels. Well, not 2 wheel set, 2 axles, I should say, 2 axles. And I think that's what helps give it its power. It is, and the level of detail, the weight of the model, which is always helpful. I actually have yet to find a model that can reach the bar that locomotive is set. It's just very well made loco. It just is. And I bought it second hand too. I bought it for about 120 New Zealand dollars, which is actually quite well considering brand new. If I wanted an unweathered model, it would cost me over $400. Weathered, over $300. About $100 difference between the two, which I find stupid. Really stupid. But, hey. It is what it is, I guess. Okay. Now, for a couple of shout-outs to fellow modelers out there who I don't know if you're watching or not. We shall see. Okay. First off, to Alex Hill for that real tough question. Blimey, mate, you don't sugarcoat it, do you? Richard of New Junction for being pretty much a viewer since the very early days of this channel. And thank you so much for the support, mate. I really appreciate it. Oh yeah, Callum Wilcox of SDJR7F88, who does beautiful work. Love the R&D stuff he's doing lately, as well as those railway visit videos he does. The latest one, I think it was a taffy tank he was riding behind. Yeah. And also, sorry to hear about that narrow gauge loco of yours, mate. Bugger. That sucks. Oh yeah, who else? I actually got a list here because I knew I'd forget. Oh boy. Oh yes. Carl of Exeter Central, because he did actually ask a very, very good question. You gotta love it when someone drives off in a ute full exhaust. Oh boy. That's another one that's staying in. I ain't editing that out. Oh boy. Now this is actually the real heavy news, I should say. I may not be recording anything for a while. My videos will turn from weekly to maybe monthly. And this is why. I'm only going to be able to go to the model club once a fortnight because of another interest of mine, which is playing competition pool. And it's a bit of a seasonal game. See, it's game season thing, sort of like rugby. And it's seasonal times. It's season on, so I will be playing pool once every fortnight and going to the club once every fortnight. Which doesn't seem that bad, really. Really doesn't. But it also means I won't be spending much money on the hobby anymore. Not for a good long while, because I'm also saving up to go up country a bit for a model show that's in April. Hopefully I'm able to save up enough for it. If not, I won't be doing any videos about a model show until October. Yeah, for the one down here. But unlike the last one, which I only recorded on the running days, I'll make this promise to every one of the subscribers now. This year, 2019, for the model show down here, the one that I help out with, I will, in the video I do for it, I will also get some behind the scenes stuff, after first day running stuff, as well as during the running days content. Because what I filmed last time, I think was within the span of 2 days, which isn't bad, but the year before I got more contents than I gathered in those 2 days in one whole day. So mind you, I was mainly taking pictures, so yeah. Okay, now that unlike an F1 driver, I ran out of excuses. Oh boy. Guess I'd better get back to tidying things up on the layout, playing more track, as well as getting some other things sorted out. So thank you all very much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe to this channel and comment whatever you'd like to say below. Even if it's for a laugh first, because for some reason someone always puts one of those up. But yeah, with my deepest gratitude to all the viewers, this is Upwell and Onward saying, see you in a while.